Some may want to talk about the number of suicides in the Air Force or the statistics, but I just can't do that. Because those who have committed suicide are more than a number. They're more than a statistic. They're real people. They're real people who really matter to real people who really love them. And so today we're going to share a couple of stories of real people who chose to take their lives or attempted to take their lives, who really mattered. And they want to tell these stories because you matter. They want you to know that you matter and that you're loved and that you're not alone. And here are their stories.
When Kaylee was a sophomore in high school, was when she really began to struggle. One minute she was dancing semi-professionally in the Nutcracker, and the next moment she was laying on the floor telling me that she wanted to end her life.
My brother was somebody special. My brother is somebody special. Benjamin will always be somebody special. Always.
Life's not always been good to me, and the thoughts in my head have been worse. I've battled with depression, suicidal thoughts, and just really wanted to die.
We came to a point where we thought we were going to go from a family of 5 to a family of 4. Our family got turned upside down in a matter of days, really, and it was tough. It was scary.
Our daughter tried to commit suicide 6 times, and we were not prepared. We didn't know what was going on. It was an out-of-body experience that nobody could ever plan for or prepare for. It devastated our family. It devastated me. It's hard to put into words what happened. Everything that we knew was gone. Our whole life imploded and our family was completely dismantled. And there was a lot of despair, and I never ever thought that we were gonna make it out.
I think getting through it as a family was exactly that, just being a family. I think we have a strong relationship, fortunately, and just relying on each other. And you know, I had to have a lot of confidence in Anna because I was geographically separate, and so she was the first responder, if you will, for a lot of these situations, and knowing that she was there to handle that was extremely helpful.
Ever since he was little, everyone always said, there's just something about that kid. I just want to give him a hug. There's just something about this Ben, this boy. There's just something about him. But he broke after he was sexually assaulted. And it was just a downward spiral from there. What happened to my brother is he couldn't take any of that hurt, any of that guilt, any of that shame, any of that fear anymore. And he took his own life. He was 16. 3 months shy of turning 17. He took his own life.
Thankfully for me, I had a young airman first class, Matthew Schieber, who held out hope to me. For 3 years, I did not cling to that hope. But again, thankfully, he was persistent in holding out that hope. And when I was at my lowest, I finally clung to that hope.
I've been in just a little over 25 years, and unfortunately have dealt with actual suicide in the unit when I was a lieutenant. And then I've had a few instances since Kaylee's incident where people had suicidal ideations. I think having gone through Kaylee's situation, it's definitely made me more comfortable to talk through those situations and help people out. But honestly, the biggest thing to get through those situations was just making sure that the airmen that were struggling knew that I was there for them. And then above and beyond that, obviously I'm not a professional, so referring them to the proper treatment as well, and then just kind of following up and being there for them throughout their whole process.
In 2016, I was struggling. In 2016, I was suicidal. In 2016, I didn't want to be alive. I got better by putting in the hard work. I got better by going to therapy, going to mental health. I got better by talking to chaplains, going to church, surrounding myself with people I knew who cared about me and who I cared about. It was a long road. It was a lot of crying. It was a lot of digging deep. It was a lot of secrets. It was awful going through therapy, but it helped. It made me realize that I have to feel the feelings. I have to feel the emotions. I have to go through, not go under, not go around, not go any other way except through whatever was in front of me, because otherwise it would come back worse. And so if I didn't deal with it then, I would deal with it later. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I was tired of doing that. So I went and got the help I needed. I want to be alive again. I wanted to be alive mostly for my siblings. That was my why at the time. Now my why is I want to be alive for me. I want to be alive for this journey called life. I want to be alive.
I don't know your story. I don't know where you're at in your story. But I hope that you find hope. I hope that you find hope because you're a real person who really matters to real people who really love you. And if you still need help, you're still struggling with how to make something beautiful out of whatever mess it is that you think you're in, call someone. Call an MFLAC. Call mental health. Reach out to a chaplain. Your religion doesn't matter, but you do. You matter to me. You matter to those who love you. You are not alone.